Welcome back to Uncorked, everyone. I'm your host, Bobby, and today I'm here with a very special guest, Chuck Nix, who's driven all the way down from Jackson, Mississippi, where he's a sommelier. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I'm Chuck Nix. I am from the Jackson metro area, and I'm the sommelier at Table 100 in Flowood, Mississippi. It's a pleasure to be here in Starkville. It's only my second trip back through, and I'm excited to try some great wine today, Bobby.
Yeah, me too. So we are going to be featuring Charles Heidsieck today for Valentine's Day. This is a wonderful family-owned champagne house. And actually, Charles Heidsieck was the first person to come to the USA with champagne.
And he had an interesting story. He came during very tumultuous times, in fact.
So Charles Heidsieck came over here, and when he was getting ready to leave to go back to France, he made that decision because the Civil War was starting and he wanted to get out before it got bad. So he makes it all the way from up north down to New Orleans, Louisiana, where he's arrested by Union troops. They think he's a French spy. And so in 1863, they call it the Heidsieck case, which is where Abraham Lincoln was like, this dude just sells champagne.
And he gets back home, and then he makes some other discoveries, even back at his homeland, because he finds out that he owns land in Denver. So that pays for a lot of the endeavors and the efforts that he had going on, getting champagne to the United States, right?
He bought 5 miles of chalk caves, which are underground caves in Champagne, France, which is the best way, in their opinion, to age champagne because it keeps everything at the right temperature and the right humidity. One of the things that I love about Charles Heidsieck is that they do different things than a lot of other wineries. And a lot of it's because they are family owned, so they're smaller and they have a little bit more, they're not selling as many cases as some of the bigger brands.
Sure.
So in every single bottle, according to the ambassadors that we've talked to, you can taste they have 20-year-old wine in all of these because they blend to make the perfect cuvee, perfect non-vintage.
And it really shows up in these wines. I mean, the assemblage or the blend that they use for making the champagne is actually very apparent in structure here.
Yeah, so they also tell you on the backs of the bottles the day that the year that they're laid in the cellars. So with this one we're tasting right now, which is the Brut, it was laid in the chalk cellars in 2016, and then they recorked it in 2019 so it could go out to market. Now in this rosé, as you can even just tell from the corks, it's got a little bit more age on it. This one was laid in the cellars in 2009, and according to the bottle, they disgorged or recapped this one in 2016 to go to market. So you can even just tell it's not that bright, vibrant pink color because as a wine, especially white wines and a lot of sparkling that has kind of like a rosé color,
Sure.
They tend to gain color and turn more gold. Like this is very rose gold color.
Indeed. And from the color alone and knowing those ageability of that blend, you can expect some great structure and complexity in these wines.
This one is absolutely delicious. So thank y'all for tuning in for our Charles Heidsieck Champagne Valentine's Day episode. We hope you go out and find these. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week on Uncorked.
Cheers.
Cheers.